Hey everyone, welcome back to Unsealed and Revealed. I'm Terry, your host, and with me as always, way out there in the Sideshow Studios in SoCal, is Guy Klender. How's it going there, Guy?
I'm feeling good. Excited to show this guy off.
Are you feeling like you went 10 rounds with the Rhino this morning? Because I kind of do.
You were telling me that you did. I'm a little further in the game than that, but I played a lot last night prepping up for this guy.
I love the Rhino. He's one of my favorite bad guys, man. So that for having that right out of the gate when playing that game was a genuine treat for me. I'm like, all right, this game's gonna be fun. Speaking of genuine treats, also hanging out there in the Sideshow basement with his face in a mug is my other friend. That's right, I only have two. Paul Hernandez. What's going on there, Paul?
What's going on? Happy to be here, everyone. Thank you for calling my face a face and a mug. I appreciate it. Normally it's one or the other. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back to Unsealed and Revealed. Of course, we've got the incredible Miles Morales today. You can check it out right now at side.show/Unseal Miles Morales. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Twitch, Facebook, and the Let Your Geeks Head Show Facebook group. If you guys have any questions for our two experts, let me know in the chats, and I will relay them as quickly, as ASAP as possible, as a wise Michael Scott once said. So, all right. I'm ready to go, man.
Okay.
I love this figure.
Boom.
I'm ready to go too. I just want to apologize to everybody back home for not putting my dog into a backpack and wearing it during the show today. It's something I didn't think about until legitimately 30 seconds before the show started. So next Miles figure, count on it. My dog backpack. Yeah, he'll be part of the show. But without further ado, I'm going to transfer control of this thing over to Guy with the figure there of Miles Morales. Talk to me, Goose. What do we got?
All right. First up, we've got the graphic, and it is a wraparound. You're getting that geometric shape that you can see has a kind of a raised and sheen to it. It's printed on there. Again, wraps all the way around with that. This is one of my favorite things that you do in the game. All right, slip cover. Slip up and off on our slip cover. And you're going to have the window box, again, with kind of that geometric going as a band across there. Spin that around. It's showing some of the options that you're going to have as far as wearing his winter garb, the way you can put the pack on it, the energy blast, as well as the swap out eye plates. So let's dive right in here. Open this from the bottom.
Speaking of dives, like one of my favorite things to do during the game is the tricks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
yeah, like right out of the gate, I'm like, okay, that's just so much better, so much more fun, so much easier. But yeah, just because I could totally see myself doing a lot of somersaults, but if I hit spider powers, which I don't. So let's talk about this guy.
But we can work on that. On the cover of your top tray, you're going to have this, your additional accessory tray. This has, of course, as I said, has those energy as well as the swap out hands, and next to that is the two palm placements that have the web effect. So I'm going to pull that off to the side. We see in our under tray here all that we have in there, all laid out for you. It's a single tiered tray, but let's get these out. As we've seen with our Spider-Man figures, you get a lot of web effects. I'm going to just pull those out. You're going to have the lasso web effect, and above that, you're going to have the little earmuffs. The backpack is gorgeous and comes with two different little plates that you can use. His winter garb all comes on one little piece for the leg warmers, the scarf, and the hat. Underneath there, that's important to see, is going to be your additional web effect. We've got a dynamic stand underneath him. The splooch. Cannot have a Spider-Man figure without the splooch. Underneath the figure, dynamic stand, base. Pull that out as well. And we do have the eye plates. I'll set those out. And then, of course, we saw a few days ago with the Spider-Gwen, Spider-Ham. Today, we get Spider-Cat.
Yay!
So fun.
Any opportunity to bring in a pet with a spider mask on, I'm all for.
You know, and we lucked out, the three of us, and got to talk to the design team about the game, and that this was like over a lunch conversation, Paul, right? where it was like, wouldn't it be funny if
Yeah.
he had a mask? And they went, okay, and did it.
Exactly. I believe, yeah, when we had the privilege of interviewing him, remember Terry had mentioned that, like, yeah, we just said, like, let's just do this over lunch and let's see what happens. And then over lunch, they had decided, like, what if we put a mask on him? That would be cute, right? And they loved it. And they went with it. And of course, it became so popular that we are now unsealing and revealing a 6-scale cat with a mask on.
Yeah, exactly. Because we saw that coming. We definitely saw that
Totally.
coming. But great detail work and sculpt and paint application on that. Not only in that traditional Spider-Man mask with the silver iridescent style eyes, but and the little white belly on there. And you know, I'm not well versed in my cat style fur, but you know, if it's a calico or whatever. But it's just gosh darn well painted. You know, it's not a single color. See, it's got that little bit of stripe action.
Yeah, he's a bit of a tabby.
Is that okay? There you go.
Yeah.
Words I've learned today.
I got it. Spider-Man rocks the tabby, definitely.
All right, while we've got a close-up there,
Who hasn't had a tabby?
I just quickly putting the dynamic stand together, and let's take a look head to toe on the figure. Right there we get that black and red, and it has that metallic and iridescent look to it. And these are raised, those lines on there, but you can see just incredible texture that works itself down from here down onto the suit. Now the hood or mask is a molded plastic, where this is going to be a printed unique new fiber that we've seen. However, that texture is seamless in continuing through. There's not a break line that is real harsh there. You got the metallic going over there with the spider, and then I always love the spider on the back. I like how the front two legs connect to it, wrapping around and onto the front. You see down on the arm, you're getting that gloss black, but then you're getting that matte and textured, breaking up the solid suit. Kind of has that belt look again with the gloss down there. As you can see, this is a very, very snug suit. Printed, the 3D printed lines and pattern going down on there. Here on the wrists, you are going to have here and here are going to be the web shooters. Now those are independent, so they can come off. You'll see when we're swapping out hands that you want to make sure that you keep those on there and don't lose those. Let's work our way down where it has again, the gloss right about over the kneecap, down onto the shoes. You know, Miles, he's always got great shoes, and he's always jamming to music, which I dig. I like the little zipper there on the side. This is a very sport run shoe style. Okay, now even though this looks like one solid piece, it is even articulated at the toe. I'm gonna put those up. Okay, so you do have a little articulation point there at the toe as well. Okay, when you go to do
nice touch.
when you go to do a bend there on there.
Yeah.
Now that we're down on here, you do have the option of putting some winter gear on Miles here, and one of those is the leg warmer. And so when you do it, these feet do not remove. If we get a close-up there, what you'll do is you'll straighten those out and slip it over like you would a regular sock. So even though this is a fully functioning joint that I can rotate, pivot up and down, it's not one where I go punk and pull the shoe off. So do not do that. In fact, it warns you in the instructions that no part of the suit is removable. Okay. So
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's a hot tip. I would have gone right for that.
exactly. Go right for trying to take the suit off the character.
That's never happened to me before.
No, never. So, but incredible. What do we say here? Terry, would you like me to show off the articulation, or would you like to see all of the gear that he comes with first?
Dude, show me the gear.
Oh, show you the gear. Okay, we're going to move him off. He does come with the dynamic stand, so while I'm moving him off, I'm just going to clamp him in there. Terry has been kind enough to show us a lot of things to do with the dynamic stand, including the corkscrew technique that we learned the other day. So hopefully you're following that. All right, well, we'll stay on a steady close-up on this and show off all of these guys. So as I said, it is all connected onto one piece for you there. You are going to have his winter cap. This is an actual cloth cap. A little stitch there. I'm going to set that over. You're also going to have the scarf. Now this comes pre-folded there and pre-turned, as we say. As you see, it goes all the way around. So I'm just going to give that a little pinch to the side and lift that up and off. As you can see, as I said. Now, I'm sure there's going to be questions. Does this have a wire in it or anything like that? No, it is a soft, and
Yes,
it kind
there's
of drapes naturally down on its own, as you can see. All right. And then you have something that Terry wears pretty much starting like October 2nd. Terry, you'll almost always see Terry in leg warmers.
I wear them year round.
It's year round.
Year round, God.
But
If
those
you're
are
gonna out
on
me for
there,
something, out me right, okay?
on there as well. So you have the gray and black striped leg warmers. So we'll remove
Now
those.
let me ask you, Guy, the weave. I'm obviously there's some kind of a weave going on there, but would you consider that to be a pretty tight weave? No
On
fears
these,
of it
yeah.
unraveling or anything, right?
Michael, can we get pretty close up? I want to get pretty close on there. You can see that it does have that sock pattern and done in something that small. Looks as though the black stripes are actually printed on there after manufacturing of the sock, but it does have, and I'm going to do this here, does have that actual give, which of course we're going to need when putting them over.
So even the elasticity's downscales.
They've even downsized the elasticity. The last of his winter style gear will be, let me do that there. There we go. Is the earmuffs. Now these are molded plastic on there.
Are they earmuffs or are they headphones?
You know what? They call them earmuffs. When you look on them on the inside, you don't see that there's any kind of a speaker thing. But to me, I think they would be more of a wireless headphone and earphone combination. I've not gotten to wear them.
Hot Toys would definitely, if there was a speaker involved, Hot Toys would definitely have found a way to put it in there. So
yeah, to show it in there. But you do have it on there. As you can see, there is that that hint of tilt to it on there for when you're going to put it over the head of the figure. Now, next up is, to me, what I think is really, really spectacular, and that is the backpack. Now, the backpack is done, is a very modern style of backpacking where it has that kind of string that you'd, cord that you put additional things in it. It does have that really nice, tight, kind of neoprene mesh look to it.
Yeah, it does.
Got the little handle up on top. I mean, this is a modern backpack that's not really, the soft canvas or cloth bags, but you can see it really has a lot of the extra little zippers on there as well, even a different texture on the back.
The red contrast piping and tabs are what do it for me. I used to have a, I can't remember the Victorinox bag back when I was in college that had something like that going on.
It's a lot like those.
Kind of reminded me of that.
When we've had backpacks or things like that, or in the past, we've usually taken and put the arms backward and then slid through each arm and then downward to put on there. However, this one here, if we close up again back to the pack, these actually tab in and out. Okay, so when I put it on the figure, I just go up and over, and then clips right in there. So it's going to keep that curve. Okay, this is not a soft material. I mean, it is flexible, okay, but it's not a soft cloth there, so it's going to stay in that. Next part of the backpack is, now as you see, it has the closed look. You're going to pull and remove that off. Okay, it's a rubberized bit. See that it has two holes, two pegs. The inside is lined, and that is so you can place in Bodega.
Here, kitty, kitty.
Now we can have him facing this way or
definitely that.
over.
Yeah.
You can have either one, and then the additional plate has a curve on it. So when I
to wrap around him. That's
clap
great.
in, we have the peak effect.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay?
It's way cool.
And then you can put it again, as I said, either way. If you want your figure looking outward or looking up and over the shoulder, depending on how you do it. I mean, as I said, how you clip these on. You know, many people sometimes will wear the backpack on your chest for a little bit when you carry. Perhaps, you know, he's going through a con, you know, and he's yeah. So you got that, which is nifty. And then we have our multiple magnetic eyes. Okay, you're going to have multiple pairs of these. You're going to have 3 additional and the ones that it comes with. So you do have 4 options. And of course, if you wanted to have 1 winking eye, 1 wide open eye, you can do that. You can do that. Hands, plenty from fists to gripping to
that, yeah.
clawing and to web shooting. On our web shooting hands that we have, we'll again close up there. On the palm of this one here, this will lift off and then you swap it out with the web end here, and then on the kind of bulbous end there is where you will put in any of your web effects for a shooting.
Similar to what we saw with the 2099 suit, right? I think that's the one
Yes.
that I remember
Yep.
that being on.
Yep.
That's
So
a
I'm
good
gonna
system.
wiggle that off, and you see 2 little
Yes. Yeah.
potholes, boom, and right on there. Okay, so you do have it that way. So those are the shooting hands. I'm going to lay them out down here at the bottom, and you've got those kind of the web crawlies. You do have open palm there, and that is to use that L shaped web as well as the lasso, and then you have the fists as well there. I can turn that to the side here so you can see that it does have, as I said, that little hole in there as well. And then lastly, we have the Venom Energy effect. Okay, this one here goes up and over the shoulders of the figure, and then we have 2 for the hands.
Those
as
look
well.
delicious.
Really cool translucency. I will add some light to a second, but as you can see, here we have almost fully clear, going down into darker yellow all the way through, so it does break that up. It's not just one solid color. There's with a little light underneath. You can see just how glass-like translucent they are. I do want to show here that it is a molded plastic. Okay, these aren't a soft rubber, so when you're putting them on the figure, do it with a little bit of caution as not to damage the suit when you're doing it.
Yeah.
All right, so that takes us through all of the goodies. As you can see, there's a lot of goodies.
Yeah.
As the Spider-Man
So what's it
figures have
capable
always
of?
given us. So it's neat to have that.
Yeah, I love it that they don't hold anything back. Hot
No.
Toys legitimately brings everything to the table that you could possibly need to recreate your favorite moments from, in this case, the game. In some situations, like the figure, like the Gwen figure that we just did 2 days ago. If you want to recreate your favorite scene from the film, it's all there. Plenty of things to play with, plenty of options, and one of the things that we like most about 6-scale collecting is the options
Leg
and
warmers.
being able to have the final say in the creative process.
Yes.
Boom.
Yes.
All yours.
I love that aspect. That is the fun part.
My dog is digging a hole through her bed.
Well,
Knock it off.
now that we've done that, let's jump into articulation of the figure. Okay, we got a few new things in this as well. We'll do a little close-up here right up at the head. We do have the ball-jointed head, giving us a lot of movement there. Here in the neck joint, we are able to not only kind of go forward and back that we're used to, but we can also go to the side. So we can have that fun little
new.
Yeah, it's a fun little new dance thing. I'm going to spin it around to the back that you can actually
He does
see.
that. When he's really contorting himself into a twist, then his neck, he throws everything, including his head, into that motion. So
you
we're
can
gonna play
go
with that today.
You can go right to left on this. That's also a dance move that I've seen Paul do, where he does the head shift right to left. If you ever get a chance to go to a dance club with Paul, there you go, folks. You could do that one right there.
Yeah.
This one too. Look.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Okay. All right. See now, okay, so this is a new part of the show. Terry will be determining the poses, and Paul will be showing us whether or not I can mimic dance moves with the figures. So I like that the show just keeps growing in the format.
That's called growth.
We're gonna have to. We're gonna have to start making it a little bit longer, like drag it out a little bit. Yeah.
But it also has dance instruction, as we saw.
Producer Alan, we're gonna need a bigger time slot.
Yeah, we also have cardio and core tips from Terry, how to do those with a simple stool there by your desk, which is nice. Okay, straight out to the side, we're a little above 90 right there. Hopefully you heard that is going to be that ratcheted joint that we've come to love with a figure that you're going to be doing really acrobatic poses to. Forward, boom, about straight out on there. Again, you're only impeding is that the tight suit, and I'm not going to push it further than that, but you are going to go straight back.
No guts,
bicep
no glory,
twist here, elbow, double joint, classic wrist peg spin there. All right, now that we've got those arms up and out of the way, it's time to show the trunk twisty time. As you heard, the trunk also is going to have that ratchet.
I love this part.
We're going to start with the upper chest. You can hear that ratchet down to gears here. You also have it down into the hip, so I get a really good bend. That's it to the side. This is the walking home after too many tacos late on a Friday night. That pose. You also have a very large ability for back bend.
Wow.
There. Okay.
That's
not only do you have that, which I think is neat, is that as you're hopefully hearing, these are all ratcheted joints.
Yeah.
I also want to really thank Michael and Sam for how they're keeping so many good close-ups on here, so you're really seeing not only the texture, but again, all of the movements. All right, the Terry torso twist. Boom, with that arm extended straight out to the side, you're able to see that I can get a very good turn.
Wow.
On something like that.
Okay. We're going to use that later.
Mm-hmm. And then to the side, it's pretty subtle on that, but you can get a little bit of bend. Now down into the hip, ratchet, almost straight out to the side. That was one leg, so when you get the two, yes, of course, you're going to get a very wide stance. On a Spider-Man, straight out to 90 on a forward. And on the back,
wow,
pretty decent range as well.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's not only going, this is obviously not going to 90. It does a natural leg movement.
Oh, that's more than we see in almost any other figure.
Correct.
Though,
a lot of times we're having...
That is significant.
You're having armor or something else that doesn't let it go quite as far back. That's double joint on our knee.
He's going to kick his own butt.
Boom. See, Well, let's see. We can arch the back, and yes, we can get... Just kick yourself.
All of you who have ordered this, congratulations on your first contortionist figure.
On your contortionist figure. Lastly is going to be down here on the ankle. Now we can rotate, turn side to side. You can hear that it stays nice and snug.
This is...
On this one here. As far as a roll from side to side, this way, not a lot on that, okay? But that's fine because as Terry, you've been teaching me and others watching this and how to be a poser and things like that, that you work around it. It's not a real hindrance there. It's part of being able to keep the foot have a sleek quality like that. So I'm glad that they did that. And lastly, yes, you can also turn the leg in and out. While we have that shoe double jointed up, it is time for Terry. Ring me in.
It's time for Tread Watch.
Bam. Two things.
Bam is right.
That Miles is known for: headphones and great shoes.
Sweet kicks.
Sweet kicks. I like the little red going underneath it, just that hint of accent color that, of course, is up along the back of the shoe when it's to the side. There's that zipper I like so much. And it does have a bit of tread. This is like I said, this feels like a track running shoe.
Yeah, he is not going to be rocking the risky business stance.
No, there's
No.
not a lot of slide there.
No, maybe on ice.
But man,
Maybe
look at
on
that.
ice. Maybe.
Totally dig on it. All right, I think we have gone over what we need to with
Yep.
this, with the additional new neck pivot
We
point
certainly
and
have.
such. So
Yeah.
I am going to set him straight here, neutral, and let you
Okay,
tell me
so-
what we're doing.
So here's what I want to do. I want to try a couple of flight poses.
Okay.
I want to do one as he is, and I want to do another one, assuming we have time, with all the goodies on him.
Okay.
I want to deck him out for cold weather because it's actually really chilly here in Missouri right now. Like I was lamenting the lack of a jacket when I gave my dogs a breakout back.
Well, out here it is under 70
show.
degrees, so we're getting quite a winter here as well.
Out here, I think it's under 60. It's like 50 maybe. 45. Yeah.
All
Hey
righty.
Siri, what's the temperature outside?
I'm not sure.
All right, so
The temperature is -2 degrees.
There you go. All right, so I've got my flight stand ready, and we'll lock that in. Terry, when you're going to do a pose that's going to use the dynamic stand and some flight, and particularly like a Spider-Man figure, do you do the pose first and then add it into the stand, or do you do it about
Yes.
halfway?
well, I guess it depends on the pose, Guy. It kind of depends on a lot of factors, but if there's a way for me to to do it completely off the stand beforehand, then I do it. But if it looks like there's going to be a need for modification, because once you get the figure on the stand, the way that it sits on the stand might dictate some changes.
Okay.
So I think what I really should say here is that despite your best intentions of trying to get it all dialed in before you put it on the stand, odds are you're going to need to make some changes before it's all said and done after placing it on the stand. So if that happens to you, don't fret, Boba Fett.
All right.
We're good to go.
All righty. So what shall
All
we
right.
do, sir? We're going to do some dynamic flight.
Well, I would think I want to actually ask my buddy Paul here for a little help on this. Do you have any ideas yourself, Paul? Because I know what I want to do once we get the cold weather gear on him, but I hadn't really had a chance to think about this first pose. So
So, all right, look at me go. Here I go.
I don't often ask you for advice on this, so I'm just gonna sit
Right.
in and let's have you do a little bit of. So you do virtual posing.
So I like.
by proxy through me. So proxy by proxy.
So what about something where he's like swinging, right? But he's
Yeah.
also maybe sort of checking in on the cat. Are we doing Bodega Cat right now or not yet?
No, not yet. That'll be the next thing. This is just gonna be him.
Oh, I
Well,
see.
I don't know. The cat could be in both poses.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's
See, but
multi-figure
I'm also
posing.
a fan. I'm just a fan of like museum poses as far as like dynamic goes in general.
Yeah.
So okay, what about something with him upside down?
Well,
So
no, why don't we
imagine.
just go ahead and do an attitude pose with him first, with the
Oh,
bodega.
there we go. That's
Okay. So I would hate to actually give you the freedom to do a posing by proxy of your own and then deny you the use of an accessory, Paul.
Yep.
right.
So
True.
let's just go ahead and apply the backpack. Let's get the backpack on him, Guy, and
What-
throw in the bodega cat.
Terry, here we go.
Just-
Paul's first pose.
I did it.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Paul's
That's my
first pose.
gag.
Thank you for joining us. Stay
know
for
what's
more
funny?
posing tips and dance instructions throughout the day. All right. Well,
I'm a
Paul,
natural.
I am going to let you decide. As I said, the backpack can go on the back, or we could even put it on the front. What would you like
Back,
to do?
right?
Let's go with on the back
All right,
there.
on the back. As I
Right.
said with this here, you're going to remove the clips that are on the front, go up and over, and then clip in. I think the reason that I bring up the backpack in the front is I was at a pizza place yesterday, and there was a group of high school kids that had all gotten out at the same time, and a lot of them were wearing the backpack in the front like that. So if the cool kids are doing it, I don't want to be left out.
Wow, that's really. I didn't know that was a thing. That's interesting.
That's a thing.
I mean, I know that it's like the thing now too. Okay, Paul's definitely got a backpack and he's rocking it.
I do. So I like the idea of him doing like a classic swinging pose, but sort of like making sure that the bodega cat's fine.
I've got this. Yeah.
Okay.
I can do this.
Boom.
I totally can. All right. Let me go and crank up my gain. And walk away. So, trying not to knock anything over. So what I'm thinking is, and just an audio check, you can hear me fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
you
can
sound
hear you,
great.
sir.
Yeah, cool. Awesome. Okay, cool. So we're gonna have him. He's obviously going to have a torso twist to the right, and we're going to bring that hand up again, just like Paul suggested, like this.
Got it?
So he's going to be, his head's going to be turned and looking back at the bodega cat,
Mm-hmm.
and then his left arm is going to be extended out in front of him, and then the right leg is going to be extended out a bit bent a little bit, kind of like I'm doing right here. And the left foot will be bent underneath him.
Left leg. Can you get back into your stool there? Because I was rocking with you, and then I missed the left leg.
Left leg kind of just where it is right now, man. Just underneath me. Okay. So he's going to be reaching back, web shooting like that.
All right. Now, little crunch to the waist, a little forward crunch.
Let me take a look here.
I'm going to just do a basic hold there.
Yeah. Okay, so let's extend that right leg a bit more. And then let's raise the left leg a little bit more. Like bring it up, yeah, and then bend it back more. There we go. That's looking sexier.
All right.
And then I think maybe take his. You see how his arm? Do this with his arm. Bring it back, if you can. Yeah,
His
and
right
that way,
arm.
what you do is you kind of create right here in the little crook. You create a frame for the bodega cat to kind of peek through.
Excellent. I'm actually going to
And then
pivot
we're gonna
bodega a
need to
bit
swap
to the
out.
side.
Obviously, we're going to need to swap out that left hand for a web shooting hand.
I will do that. How do we like the head tilt and the look back? We talked about the ability to move the neck. That gave me a little bit more to. I like
I think
that.
it's perfect.
I like that
think it's
looking
perfect
back
the way that it is.
Deal.
I think it's perfect the way that I think we should probably swap out maybe one of the eyes.
Okay. Right or left, and in varying degree of openness. You tell me. Is he winking?
We're going to go with.
That's a horrible
I'm gonna
wink
go with
there.
right, and we're going to kind of close it just a little bit.
We're going to take the right eye and close it. All right. So for these ones
This
here,
is fun. I love. Yeah.
I'm going to just remove the hand.
I love using these little accessories, just kind of making it a little bit more expressive and makes it easier to tell a story.
Oh yeah. The additional eye
Which I always
plates.
try to do with my displays, and I think it's one thing to just have them standing there looking cool, but if you can suggest that something has either just happened, is about to happen, or maybe even currently is happening, then,
Okay.
then that's even better. All right, yeah, that's cool. And if you can swap out that hand for the web shooting hand, is that a thing we can do? Oh, I think. I think we might have lost. Guy's audio there. So until they get that fixed, Paul, you still with me, buddy?
Yeah, I'm
I
checking
sure
his
am.
audio right now.
Alrighty. Well,
Yeah,
You should be good.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, he's
hey, you
back. Cool.
guys.
All right.
What I wanted to know there, Terry, is if you were okay with that's just the slight one down, or we can go even further and have him in more of a winking fashion.
No, I think that's perfectly fine.
All right, that's perfectly fine. Boom, back looking at our guy. Before I swap out the hand for web shoot, I want to know if I am changing out the palm in it to actually, will I be adding a web effect?
No, I think we'll be fine without
Okay.
it. Like I said, sometimes the story that you're telling is the implication of something about to happen. So when his hand's out there and no webbing is coming out, you know that the implication is that it's about to shoot out. It just hasn't done so yet.
Okay.
Anybody who has the amazing Spider-Man premium format figure from Sideshow recognizes that that's a thing. The exclusive
The
piece
moment
on that
before?
statue was actually a bit of webbing that came out. So, but the hand stayed the same. I mean, it still has the web shooting pose. I'm going to try to get my hand in the shot there, but it just lacked. If you didn't get the exclusive, you didn't get the webbing.
Oh, okay.
Great exclusive, by the way. Very much
All right.
in demand.
All right, young man. I have just done the standard clip around the waist. I can obviously clip him wherever you think is best, and then I will kind of tighten down and do any movement. Are we
what I
going
think
to
it wa-
extend it to the top?
Oh no, I think it's fine where it is.
Okay, lock it down then.
And I would probably recommend just tilting him to his left a little bit, and then I'll probably do a modification. Probably have you modify that left arm too after we've done that. Yeah, definitely raise that left arm a little bit more, and by that I mean elevate. Just rotate it upward. Yeah.
My vision.
Are you feeling it, Paul? Is that it?
I do.
Did we get it?
That's literally exactly what I was thinking. Yeah.
Excellent. Yes.
Is that
awesome.
okay on the stand that way?
I kind of like the whole little bit because the way you had it before, he was like perfectly level. He was basically like there was like I don't know, there was like a symmetry to it that wasn't working for him reaching back. I kind of like the idea that he's off balance now. Like, whoa, dang, you okay, kitty? That's just way more. That's just way more telling a story right there.
To get
Perfect.
so much
Awesome.
athleticism out of these guys
Yes. Yeah. Definitely.
with these is great.
Yeah.
Can I just say, I
yeah,
kind
go
of
ahead.
like that the cat looks like it's purposely dodging him.
Yeah, like get away, man.
I come to you. You don't come to me.
Yeah, that's just how cats are. Guy, why don't you go ahead and step away really quick as soon as we get that facing the camera in the proper way. That's about right there.
There we see
Good.
Bodega. There we see the Bodega.
I want to make sure we can see Bodega through the crook of his arm a little bit. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, and perfect.
All right, I'm stepping away.
Yeah, and then we got a little bit of background. And speaking of our story, there we have it visualized right there. Very, very cool. Now, I think the next thing, well, just look at that. See, yeah, even just adding that little bit of a squinting eye effect just does it. I mean, having both eyes open, yeah, that's pretty, yeah, pretty vanilla.
This is
really
Paul.
get
This
that.
is a fun idea. This is a really fun idea. Thank you for suggesting this one here.
I don't care what super producer Alan says. I am fun.
Oh, you heard that, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Who's old?
He
Who's
said
old?
that. He said that.
Awesome sauce, awesome sauce. So now I think, Guy, we should probably deck him out in all of his really sweet.
Yes, please.
winter
All right.
gear, right?
Deck him out in the
Yeah.
winter gear. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? It's going to take me a minute to get that
That's
set.
fine because Paul and I've got a lot.
You got a few things to tell us about.
What's happening next week, Paul?
Oh man, we have got Spooktacular, everyone.
do.
Spooktacular starts on Monday at an undisclosed time, but it does start on Monday. Now you guys can go to spooktacular.com right now to register. We've already got thousands of people registered because we kind of dropped the registration a little bit earlier this year, but you can go to side.show/spooktacular or just go to spooktacular.com. Just have it there. Anything we may be releasing that you guys have never seen before may be up there. Any giveaways, all kinds of stuff. That is going to be your hub for all of next week. And remember, Spooktacular is a 24-hour event, meaning
for the week.
it sure is for the week. So I've got my go-go juice ready. This is why I was covering it, because it's a DC mug. But so we could go live at 1 a.m. Again, these are all a Sideshow standard time, so we are in California. We could go live at 1 a.m. We can go live at 1 p.m. There are a few shows that will be sort of staples, and you guys will know constantly when they will be happening. But other than that, you don't have a schedule. So that's part of the fun for not only you, but for us as well. Because what's better than going live at 11:30 p.m. and then at 2 o'clock in the morning? That's fun for my sleep schedule. But we also... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go on. So yeah, I just wanted to just go ahead and venture out there. For those of you who aren't aware, this is legitimately the biggest event of the year for Sideshow, I think, and has been historically since I started paying attention to the company way back in 2002, 2003. That has been a thing, and probably preceding that as well. So, yeah, I even now as an employee, I straight up look forward to it just because of the energy involved and just watching people doing the same things, same crazy shenanigans that I used to do back when I was a Sideshow fan.
Totally, and that's why we tell people, especially during all these events, we've been telling you, Terry's been telling you, guys been telling you, like, comment, hit the notification bell, because when it comes to Spooktacular, there are reward codes and such. You will be notified that we're going live, but only if you hit that notification bell on YouTube or wherever you follow us. Otherwise, you're not going to know. We're not going to just tell everyone, hey, we're going live in 10 minutes. We're just going to do it.
Knock on your door.
Yeah, it's called.
Are
Sure
you
is.
live yet? Come on.
Last year, I had the privilege of Alex Aronowitz reading me a bedtime story in Russian at 3 a.m.
Yes.
Wow.
And those are all
That's hardcore, yo.
for even more shenanigans. Ones just like that, you got to tune in, because and what's fun is there's sometimes where we would do stuff and we'll talk for an hour, and then we'll be like, all right, and the reward code is, and then we just cut the stream. It's fun.
There is
And
also
everyone
a
appreciates
a
that.
readiness kit. Don't forget to
Oh.
order your readiness kit as well. That's crucial
Yes,
for
thank you.
spectacular survival.
Yes, so we have got an awesome Spooktacular kit. We've got a Sleep is for the Week mug. We've got some more pins. We've got some other stickers. We've got we've got an incredible shirt as well. We will be showcasing that all very, very shortly. Tune in to the 5 p.m. show tomorrow with myself and Autumn. We're going to have the Spooktacular kits in front of us and showing you guys all. You can still order it. Some people are starting to already get theirs. So get yours now, side.show/Kit-tacular. So it's like Spooktacular, but it's KIT. So Kit-tacular, get yours. Or you can just go to spooktacular.com. The kit's the first thing you see there. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited because you never know what's going to happen during Spooktacular. We have like a very loose schedule. And the reason we do that is because if we make it any more organized, I'm afraid that everyone will sort of figure out our patterns.
It's all going to fall apart.
Yeah, we're basically, if this event was a member of the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia team, it would be Charlie. Wild card.
I don't get that reference.
It's okay. We'll just watch 14 seasons of that show. Someone
Not
out there will get
anytime
it.
soon, man.
I think the scheduler
yeah.
is thrown into a randomizer. All right, I've got him winter garbed. I
you
have
do.
not swapped out any of
Nice.
the eye plates or any of the hands.
That's fine.
So
That's fine.
that
So
you will
here's what
tell
we're
me
gonna
what you
do.
want to do. And is Bodega coming along for this winter trek?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to kit him all up. This is going to be the kitchen sink pose guy.
Okay, kitchen sinking.
Kitchen sinking it. Yeah. We're going to kitchen sink this thing like that iceberg did to the Titanic.
Oh, too soon.
I don't get that reference.
Too
That's a weird
soon.
metaphor. You never saw the movie?
Wait, there was a movie?
Yeah, there was a movie. Oh yeah, that looks really, really cool. I think that if I had this figure, I would have to kit it all up like this. And that's one of the awesome things about, and you see Peter Parker do this as well in the comic books, but just they really went the extra mile with the Miles Morales character, with him just basically kitting up the, accessorizing the Spider-Man costume and making it his own. Very, very cool stuff. Okay, so you need me. The extra miles, thank you. Oh, unintended puns are my favorite. Actually, that's not true.
I don't know who
kinda
said
prefer
that,
the
but
ones that I totally
congratulations.
intended. That was totally Paul. Yeah.
Oh, well, I was going to say, Paul, the winner, whoever said that should get a reward code. So give yourself one.
I will.
There you go.
I am backing off to my pose positions.
All right, pose positions.
Okay, we're going to need to bring in the what do you call it? The lightning effects for this one, man.
Okay,
But
are we-
only on the one arm.
Okay.
So, because I'm going to have him preparing for a punch.
Okay.
And I still haven't decided exactly what I want him to do with his legs, okay? So we might have to modify that, but I think that what I would like to do is kind of like the legs will be the opposite of where they were in the previous pose. So we'll have the left leg extended pretty much all the way out, the right leg bent up, like so. This hand stretched out towards an imagined enemy, down towards his leg, like he's coming from above. And the fist, his right fist, will be reared back like this. Now you're going to have to get a torso twist to the right, and then cock that torso way back and extend that neck so that he's looking down. Let me know when you got it.
All right. don't know if you heard that I was able to do the lower back, and it is a ratcheted one, so I was able to give it that turn and that twist, able to give it that arm. You said he's punching, so I'm going to remove the hand. And now, did you also say that you would like it to be the energy?
Yeah, I would like to electrify him. If you think, will that energy work with the bent arm like that?
Yes, it will. Again, I'm going to do this gingerly. When attaching any of these effects, you do want to remove the hands on them. Since we've got the close-up, thank you for the close-up there. You do have that's that web shooter that does lift off. Okay, so make sure that you don't lose it. But I'm going to place.
You're gonna lose it, Guy.
I'm gonna lose it.
I'm gonna lose it. I'm losing it.
I'm losing it here.
Yeah.
Such a fun figure.
Oh yeah, you are being ginger. That's good.
Well, with this one here, I wanted to decide how I wanted to place it on there. Put the fist in.
Yeah. Okay. Now, when you get that fist on there, position that wrist peg so that you can bend it like this, so that you can flex it towards his forearm. Okay.
All right.
Because that's really what you're going to want to do. You don't want that to be straight. You want him to bend it. I mean, I know when he makes contact, he's going to want that hand to be straight.
Mm-hmm.
But for the posing purposes, we're going to bend that wrist.
All right. Let's see. Bend the wrist that way. Yeah. The only thing I'm doing with it is to move, kind of spin the energy effect.
Yeah, that can happen. I think that sometimes when you're using effects like this around an arm, then what will wind up happening is you have a hard time finding a place to grip the arm while you're trying to force that hand onto the wrist peg. When that happens, what I kind of like to do is bend the arm at the elbow to 90 degrees and then use my thumb at the back of the elbow to support it as I'm pushing down with the hand to get it onto the wrist peg. So if you can try that and see if that'll work for you.
Working fine. We just did a little, I just wanted to give a little twist, and what I did is turn the blast around. As you can kind of see, that blast has a kind of an upper and around the fist look, and so what I wanted to do, because I'm going to do that bend that you wanted, I needed to make sure that it was on the outside above to allow for that hand to turn downward.
That's wicked cool.
As you wanted. I think I may have tweaked the legs and arms there differently. Okay, we're going to straight arm here. Trunk twisting. Can you see, is our right arm back far enough for you?
Yes, it is.
Right there?
Fine, dude.
All right, there and up.
Got it.
A little looking down the arm for the punching.
That's great. I even love the way you have the head cocked. It looks good.
Oh, woohoo! Look at that. All right, twisted to the side. And the legs, let's do those again, because when I laid it down to do the arm, I kind of tweaked them. So,
you know what? I was originally going to have the legs going forward and having them looking down, but I'm happy accident. You've done something really cool with the legs there. So yeah, have it go back just like that a little bit more. You got it. Rotate it 90 degrees so that I can see what angle you got that at. Yeah, that's good. And find a way to get him onto that flight stand, man, because I think that's your pose.
You know, we looked before and we talked about that, we were able to put the leg back a little bit.
Yes.
And that definitely helped with this. All right.
Definitely.
Okay,
Looks
going
really cool.
On the waist.
Yeah.
Now he's straight up, but we're going
to... No, I don't think we need to lean him in. I think we want him straighten that back up, definitely.
All right.
Yeah, if you're going to go anyway, you're going to go the opposite direction. If you're going to
well, you tell me. If we're going straight up,
the other way.
I dig him straight up, but
left.
You want me to twist to left?
Yeah. There you go. Nailed it. That's it.
Okay.
Because it's not the way we had it before. His torso was perpendicular to the ground. I don't like right angles. Not a fan of right angles at all.
He also has that.
I think that's too much. I would leave that off.
Yeah, I'm realizing that's too much, but it is a little brisk out, so let's...
It is brisk.
It is brisk.
Step back on. Let's get those... Does he have the earmuffs still?
Oh. Yes.
Let's look at that. That is just so perfect. Come on. way more character than Spider-Man. Even Spider-Man has a right to have. That's just perfect in every way.
This is fun. This is fun. Okay, you tell me which angle you'd like me to turn him to, sir, and then I'm going to kind of step away for the moment.
I like it just a little bit to rotate it a little bit to his left, just to break this so we don't lose that arm to foreshortening. And there it is. Bing, boom, nailed it.
Stepping away.
Yeah, look at that, everyone. All right, guys, let us know what you think of that pose in the comments below, because I think it's pretty freaking awesome. I would happily display that on my shelf. Yeah, that's a wrap. I think that's good for today. Thanks, Guy, for being awesome. You really nailed the poses today, more so than usual, even. Paul, you've been great in the chats and relaying all those questions to me. Thanks so much. Producer Alan, producer Michael, super producer Sam, you guys, as always, were awesome. And to all of you back at home, thanks so much for tuning in. We know you've got a lot on your plate during the day, and to take the fact that you took your time to hang with us just says a lot, and it means a lot to us. Next Tuesday, we'll be back. Stay tuned to all the social channels to find out what figure we'll be posing. We don't even know yet. So until next time, or until that happens, don't forget to let your geek side show.
Bye, everyone.
Boom. Bye.